Episode 5 of the Victory with Pat. How we doing?
Doing good, man. Number 5. We've already done that many. That's pretty crazy.
I know it's pretty cool. You know what's crazy? Great transition here. Guess who beat you in Pick'em last week for the first time dating all the way back to 2022?
That is crazy because I am the pick god. I'm surprised that you would ever beat me. I'm the best at everything I do. No, congratulations. I had a bad week and you had you had a normal week. I just had a bad week. So we're going to bounce back this week, baby.
I pounced on it, dude.
Don't get too comfortable is all I'm saying.
I won't. But all I'm saying is I'm catching you, and soon you're going to be in the rear view mirror. Let me tell you.
Whoa.
Let me tell you there. Alrighty. It's not Wager Wednesday. What's something that we could rhyme with Thursday? Like
throw your money away Thursday. I mean, throw your money in a burning pit. I mean,
throw your money
into a good
savings.
investment in football betting Thursday.
Throw your money into savings if you don't like risking your money and making money.
Yeah.
How about that? All right. Tossing your money around Thursday. Okay. We're going to start with our post week 5. We're going into week 6 power rankings. That's where we insert like a really, really, really cool like video or just song of us like rapping.
Ooh, yeah. Or like a voice is like power rankings with Max and Pat. And then we're here.
There we go. I should clip that. That's our new. That's our new one.
Write down the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Write down.
I can do my power rankings first if you are okay with pulling it up.
Yes, sir. Can you see it?
This is post week 5 going into week 6 power rankings.
Can you see it?
I can see it perfectly.
Oh, let's go.
All right. So at my number 10 spot, didn't have them dropping too far. Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the road against Atlanta on Thursday night. Was a heck of a game. Took a heck of an effort by the Falcons. Took 509 yards by Kirk Cousins and big drive. And Younghoe Koo sending it to overtime. Took a lot of factors to get the Buccaneers knocked off. So Buccaneers stay in my top 10. Baker Mayfield, man. I mean, they're the real deal. They should be a playoff team this year. That's going to be that game is going to be the fight for that division, and that's going to be really fun when they come back to Tampa Bay later in the year. Probably is going to mean a lot.
Baker, money maker, as they say.
Green Bay Packers, not totally sold on them yet. They didn't look great against a really banged up Rams team, which didn't really even have a home field advantage. They didn't look great in the first half against us. Green Bay Packers at my 9. I think they're a well-coached team. Just lacking a little bit of talent at the wide receiver position. Obviously, Jalen Reed's okay, but they're lacking a little bit of talent.
Ask Matt LaFleur that, why they don't have a number 1 receiver, and he will damn near kill you. He hates getting asked that. he thinks that the team works great off of a bunch of role guys. He doesn't want a number 1 receiver, which is fine.
Yeah. And then Falcons, I'm just giving Kirk Cousins his props here, his flowers, because he played a great game. Atlanta has a lot of good pieces on offense and defense as well. So a lot of good playmakers. Obviously, Bijan and Drake London and Darnell Mooney is really stepping into being a really good wide receiver for that team. He had a big drop in that game. Thank goodness it didn't bite him in the butt. Cal Pitts and Kirk's the facilitator. So they're looking good. Buffalo Bills, I didn't have them fall too far because they lost this week. They didn't look great against Houston, but they didn't look terrible. I just have them falling 1 spot, and Houston right above them at the number 6 spot. Only time the Texans have lost all year is to our boys. And that might have been because we were at the game yelling, oh, as loud as we could. CJ Stroud couldn't hear a thing, shitting his britches.
You know what's funny, though? Everyone has lost to us through 5 weeks.
That's true.
Everyone who's played us.
That's true. But Houston might, if you look on this list, Houston is the best team that we've beat. I mean, this is just my opinion, but Houston's the only other team to go undefeated other than us.
True.
Niners haven't looked that great. Packers haven't looked that great. I mean, yeah, anyway. Houston's still a very good team. And we talked about Houston still coming back and being a top 5 team at the end of the year, and they're already right there.
We did.
The Commanders. Wow, do they look good. They torched the Browns, a team that I had being in the top 10 this year. torched them. Keep doing your thing, Jaden Daniels. Detroit Lions, they had a bye week. I didn't move them much. I did throw the Ravens in front of them one spot just because the Ravens are coming off 3 consecutive victories against tough teams. After that Raiders loss, I think it really woke them up, and they are a team that nobody wants to play right now. Nobody.
True.
They were a toenail from being the number 1 team in the league. If they would have beat Kansas City, I'd have the Ravens at the number 1 spot right now. And then our Minnesota Vikings at the number 2 spot. Didn't have our best week, but still pulled off a victory. Our defense was looking great. 3 turnovers off Aaron Rodgers. It's like the first time he's thrown 2 picks in the first quarter in his career. One of his worst QBRs of his career this week. He's only thrown like a handful of pick sixes in his life. Van Ginkel took him back to the house. Vikings to the moon. I heard another stat. The Minnesota Vikings defense has held their quarterbacks to like a 70 QBR, something like that. 70.3 QBR through the first 3 weeks. Christian Ponder, who was a great quarterback, had a career QBR of 76. So 6 points better than Christian Ponder is how we're making these defenses look. Pretty fun to watch. And then Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes is a freak. That defense is great. I mean, they might three-peat. They're scary. Someone needs to...
Inevitable. Now that they got Travis Kelce going, even though Rashee Rice, I think, is out for the year. Yeah. Now they got Kelce going. I mean, that's all they need. They need Andy Reid. I mean, yeah, they need Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, but then also Travis Kelce.
The rest of the league needs Mahomes to slip down a flight of stairs. And now let's hear your top 10.
I like that top 10. The only difference with mine, I think the main difference is I would have the Falcons at number 11. And honestly, it was tough for me because I know what's going to happen. Like at the end of the year, we're going to see the Niners in the top 10. So that's the main reason I just kind of kept them there. Also, I didn't put the Falcons top 10 because even though they won the game, they shouldn't have. They got lucky. But also props to them. Yes, Pat.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt. Yeah, there's 2 different ways to do power rankings. You can do it where you're like looking at teams and who would have been favored if these teams matched up, and then who's played better throughout the year, like who's had a better week and things like that, and where they're at with their team. The Niners would beat most of these teams in my top 10. They could beat all the teams in my top 10, but they're not playing like it, so they don't deserve to be in my top 10. That's just where I'm at.
That's a good way to look at it. Sadly, I had to put the Cowgirls there. Good win on the road with, do you know how many defensive line they had? Defensive linemen. I think they had like 3 guys missing before the game, and then they had like 1 or 2 get hurt during the game. They were so thin on not just the defensive line, but they also didn't have Brandon Cooks. They were really banged up going into Pittsburgh. That's a tough place to play, and they got out there with the dub. They played good enough to win, which was obviously huge for them. I got them at number 9. Number 8 is the division leaders in the NFC East, the Washington Commanders. Not only is their offense balling out, Daniels balling out, their defense is good. They got some good pieces on that defensive front, on the back end a little bit, and they're good enough to be in the top 10, man. Number 8. Yeah. Number 7, probably the best loss of the week. The Bills could have come back. They were in that game at the way end, even though they were down quite a bit early, but they fought back. I don't want to quit on the Bills yet. Have a little bit of questions about their wide receiving core like I did before the season started, but good enough to be top 7. The Detroit Lions, they were idle. They had a bye week, but the Detroit Lions, number 6. That offense is just explosive. Their defense, they have playmakers. It's not great, but I also just love Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell's the guy for Detroit. They went to, obviously, we know they went to the NFC Championship last year. They could go back again this year, especially with how bad the Niners have been, and who knows if the Vikings will meet them there. We'll see. The number 5, my preseason Super Bowl team, the Green Bay Packers. They played a banged-up team on the road. Not really the road. But Tucker Kraft, dude, he's kind of a stud. Their tight end, Tucker Kraft, is a stud. They don't really need a number 1 receiver because when Jordan Love is healthy, he kind of just gets it to all of his playmakers. And when they got a running game and their defense can take it over. So Xavier McKinney, who I said was the best defensive pickup and defensive signing this whole offseason, I think he has 5 picks in 5 games.
Jeez.
He's just an animal. Houston Texans number 4. Big bounce back after they came into US Bank Stadium and got pounced like the Vikings do to every team. I mean, it's kind of just it's going to happen every week now. But anyways, the Texans bounced back. They beat the Jags, which take it wherever you want it. And then they beat the Bills. That's huge for them. Number 3, the Ravens should not have won that game. I think the Bengals were up 10 points at 3 or 4 different times in that game. But the Ravens kept punching back. Like you said, they're a toenail away from being the number 1 team in the FC, the number 1 team in the NFL. Number 2, introducing the Minnesota Skull Line. Absolutely love it. 5-0. If it wasn't Patrick Mahomes that was 5-0, the Vikings would be number 1. And that wouldn't even be being biased of us because I think we're some of the most pessimistic fans there are. But the boys are buzzing right now. Like Pat said, didn't play well, still got the job done. Made Aaron Rodgers look like a fool. Yes, Pat.
Also, I wanted to say about the Vikings, something I forgot to mention on my list. If you look at our point differential for the year, Vikings are minus 65 point differential or plus 65 point differential. The next closest to that is plus 40. It's not even close. We're 3 touchdowns and change better than the team that is second
4
best in league point differentials. Yeah, kind of crazy.
4 touchdowns. Yeah, that's
crazy.
Chiefs number 1. Inevitable. Yeah. It doesn't really matter who they play, how many players they have out for them, how many players they have playing for them. As long as they got Andy Reid and my homeboy with Travis Kelce, that's all they need. Steve Spagnuolo dialing up the pressure, getting after Derek Carr, taking him out of the game. That's what he does best.
He's going to be out a few weeks, by the way, too. Now, Derek Carr. Just throwing that off. That's off subject, but.
Yeah, Spencer Rattler, I just saw is going to make his first start. Crazy. I think meant Steve Spagnuolo is going to be out a couple weeks. I was like, that's crazy news to me. Don't even think it's possible. All righty. I think the coolest segment that has ever been introduced into a podcast in United States of American history.
Wow.
Is right here on the Viktory. You're listening to it right now. Don't know why you are. We're 13 minutes in, but you're still listening. And if you are, you're going to get a bunch of winners, and you're going to love this game that we like to play called – yeah, it's really fun.
We got to figure out a good name for it, but it's fun. That's the name of it. It's fun.
It's really fun.
Yeah, so obviously I have not looked at any of the spreads. I swear with my hand on the Bible, I swear to God, I did not know any spreads. And Mac's going to tell me a game, and I'm going to guess what I would think as a football fan, what the spreads would be. And do this, if anybody's listening to this and you're a football fan and no ball, it is so fun to do. And you can even do it with yourself, where you're covering up the right side of your screen on ESPN, looking at a game, guessing it, and then seeing it. It's fun.
Pat, Thursday night football. I love that they do Thursday night football with division, not rivals really, but divisional games for Thursday night football. I think that's really cool. We got one here. The 49ers going into the Seahawks. What do you think?
49ers at the Seahawks?
Yep.
What a gross game. Obviously, the Seahawks are 3-2. The 49ers are 2-3. 49ers lost to the Cardinals last week. I don't know. I think the 49ers are still a better team. It's going to be a really close spread. If I was going to pick this game money line, I would take the Niners. I'm going to say the Niners by 3.
Wow. Well done, mate. They are minus 3.5.
Okay. Take that.
Okay.
Which is crazy to think that, though. They're that much of a better team, but that's crazy.
Well,
minus 3.5 there.
No McCaffrey still. And actually, Let me check here. Who do they still? We always say they're so banged up. Who do they still have out? McCaffrey, Charvarius Ward is questionable. Hufanga. I guess they're not even missing that. I mean, Debo's back, Kittle's back. Like, they still got guys playing, and they just suck. That's weird. Okay. Opening up our Sunday slate, Sunday the 13th. Jaguars not really at the Bears. It's in London. What do you think it is here?
Bears. Okay. It's not on there. Okay, so it's a home. It's a neutral site. It's supposed to be a Bears game, but Jaguars beat the Colts, right? By 3. Bears. Hey, and I actually predicted that last week. I don't know if you remember, but I predicted that the Bears were going to beat Carolina 30-7. It was 38-10 or something like that. But they beat the brakes off. I think the Bears have to be favored. I think their defense is a lot better. Probably not by much. I'd say it's between 4 to 5 in that range.
Final number?
I'm between 4.5 and 4 right now. I'll say 4.
You saved yourself there because you were at 5 originally. You locked her in, though. You got her into gear. They are minus 2.5, so you only lose a point and a half there. It's a little bit of a close spread for, I agree. The Bears are the better team. Cardinals going into Lambeau Field at the Packers. What do you think this is?
It was minus 2.5, you said? Okay, I'm just writing it down myself. Too.
Yep.
Cardinals going into Lambeau?
Correct.
Ooh, fun game. I like that game a lot. Cardinals coming off a big emotional win. Packers have to be favored by 4. No, let me think about this. Hold on. Packers minus 4.5.
You cheater. They're minus 5.
I swear to God. Max.
That's a good guess, man. That's really good. Okay.
I promise you, I have not looked at any of these spreads. I swear on my life.
I know. I gotta give you shit when you get close to the number. A doozy of a game, whether he plays or not. Anthony Richardson going into Will Levis land. I don't know. Is it Mason Rudolph land? Colts at the Titans.
Who played last week for the Titans? Did they not play?
They played Monday night 2 weeks ago. They were off last week.
Did a bye? And it's at the Titans.
At the Titans.
We don't know if Flacco's going to play. Colts at the Titans. Colts minus 3. What a gross game.
Colts minus 3?
Yeah.
Titans minus 2.5.
How? I guess if Mason Rudolph plays, he looked good.
Isn't that crazy? You were 5.5 points off, but the crazier thing is I would have guessed what you did. I would have said Colts minus 3. That's wild, man. That's the NFL right there. You can't really understand it. Okay, next game. Patriots hosting the Texans.
Oh, God.
Drake May is starting. We have 2 new rookie quarterbacks starting.
God.
Drake May for the Patriots versus the Texans, and then Spencer Rattler for the Saints versus the Bucs.
I want to know, is this the biggest spread on the whole? And this got to be the biggest spread this week.
Do you want me to tell you?
Nah, you don't have to tell me.
I'll tell you.
Texans minus. Texans got to be minus like 9. I don't know, something like that.
Is that your final?
Yeah, I think that's 8.5. 9.
Texans minus 7.
Really?
You're 2 points off there. Yep.
Okay.
Buccaneers at the Saints. Spencer Rattler starting for the Saints.
Okay. I guess because they're on the road. Maybe that's what I messed up last time, having a minus 9. I would say Saints or Buccaneers are still going to be minus. Bucks minus 7.5. 8? I'm going to say 8.
Okay. They're minus 3.5.
No, I'm getting my ass kicked right now.
You lose 4.5 points there. I don't I think with them being on the road and then also just coming off loss, that's a tough game to predict. I don't think you're way off. I think I would have had the Bucks probably around -5, -6, and they're -3.5.
Brutal.
Okay.
Brutal.
Biggest spread of the week. Browns at the Eagles.
You don't gotta tell me that.
I told you the Patriots Texans one wasn't the biggest.
So this is the biggest. Okay.
Well, you could
You're
guess
right.
that.
I could use the help here. Browns at the Eagles.
Yep.
Browns have been playing like dog doo-doo. Eagles -8.5 and 9.
Pretty good. -9.5. You lose a half a point.
I needed that. And I'm going to take the Browns to cover, by the way. I'm not going to, that's not the segment yet, but.
Of course you are, because they're still your favorite team in the NFC.
Yeah.
Commanders at the Ravens. What a game. Commanders at the Ravens.
Game.
That's a great game.
I still don't think Vegas is going to give Washington their kudos, though. Like I think they've both been playing great. It would make sense if the Ravens are like -3.5, but I think it's going to be more like 5.5. Ravens 5.5.
5.5. That's good. They're -6.5. So you lost a point there.
See, I think
6.5, dude, versus like the hottest offense and probably the hottest quarterback in the league is.
And the
crazy.
Bengals just put up 38 on them or something or whatever it was.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Chargers -3 at the Broncos. Chargers coming off a bye.
You just told me it's -3.
Oh my God, dude.
That's a freebie. That's on you, dude. That's on you. I'm guessing -3.
Dang it. Are you locking in at -3?
I'm locking it in.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Because it opened at – no, I'm just kidding. All right. Steelers at the Raiders. Jesus.
Steelers at the Raiders. Steelers at the Raiders. Who is
the Raiders?
Is Minshew out now? Is it O'Connell now?
I don't know, bro.
I think it's O'Connell.
Doesn't really matter.
A little bit. Steelers minus. Four.
Steelers are -3.
Fuck. All right, 4. I locked in at 4.
There. You lost a point. Not too bad. Lions at the Cowboys. The Cowboys haven't won at home yet this year, I don't think.
Gosh, this is so
game
tough
of the week
for me. Lions.
On Fox.
Lions have to be favored a little. Lions minus. It's anywhere from 2 to 4. I'm guessing. I'm going to say 2.5.
Okay. What is it?
2.5.
You sure you don't want to stick with 2?
What is it?
It's 3.
All right.
So you lose a half a point there. Pretty good. Pretty good for a little guy like you, Pat. Falcons at the Panthers.
Oh, man. I would think that would be the biggest spread. Okay. Falcons at the Panthers. God, the Panthers looked bad last week. Falcons minus on the road. 7?
-6. You lose a point there. Pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good.
I was going to say 6.5 there right away, and I went to 7.
Bengals at the Giants. How about a 1-4 team versus a 2-3 team on Sunday Night Football? Sorry.
Bengals at the Giants. Bengals at the Giants. Ooh. What? That is tough. Bengals -3 is what I want to say, because the NFL or Vegas will not give the Giants their flowers, and they don't think the Bengals are bad. It could be more than that, though. I'm going to say Bengals -2 or 3, and I'll go with 3.
Well done, mate. -3.5. You lose a half a point there. Pat, that is what an absolute stellar, fabulous, magnificent prediction saying the Bengals will get credit from Vegas even though they shouldn't, and then also saying that Vegas won't give the Commanders credit. Those are two teams where I'm like, Vegas, what are we doing? The Bengals have showed you absolutely nothing.
100%.
And
it's
the Commanders have
previous years.
Commanders have shown you everything.
100%.
Anyways, yeah, pretty
The way
good.
they do
Okay,
it.
Monday Night Football. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
All right, let's go.
Buffalo Bills at the New York Jets without Robert Saleh.
God, you know what's fun is I don't know. I don't look at the matchup, so I don't even know what you're going to tell me is like the next matchup. I'm like, oh, these are good. Oh, that's a good matchup.
Yeah,
that's fun.
That's good stuff.
That's fun. Sorry, it's Bills at the Jets or opposite?
Yep, Bills at the Jets.
Wow. I like this being a pretty tight spread, actually. I remember last year on Monday Night Football, Bills at Jets. Jets punt returner took one back for a touchdown. Bills barely covered. Or no, Jets barely covered, I want to say. And the Jets made Josh Allen look terrible. I'm going to say I think the Jets are going to win this game money line, to be honest. But I'll take the Bills minus 3.5. Three.
Minus 2.5. Well done, mate. Let's add them up here. Dude, I
think Jets win that game money line.
I think you had one bad pick in there and everything.
Two bad picks that were like 4 or 5 off.
2.
I started heating up, though.
Dang right you did.
Be honest, Max. Gun to your head, do you feel like I actually look at the lines before?
No, I trust you, mate.
Thank you.
I'm sick here, mate. What's going
on?
It's
just fun to think about that. I remember I did that last year with a lot of friends, just like thinking about, let's guess what the spreads are before, it's fun.
It's good stuff.
Okay. And we could even do it. What we could do is bet what the spreads would be next week before these games even happen, just to show how smart we are. Unless any big injuries happen.
True that.
Actually, do that. Give me 2 games for next week's slate, and we'll check them next week.
Okay, 1 sec. Just be quiet for once in your life, dude. Holy. Our listeners are loving that. Our 2 listeners. Dude, 19.5. That's really good.
Let's go.
Meaning you are at 44.5 points through the two weeks that you've guessed. And I'm at 28.5 points in 1 week. So it's pretty good. All right. Let's make our picks, mate.
Okay. I gotta find a quarterback too.
Let me do this. Share screen. Can you see it, Pat?
I can.
Okay. So last week, your boy went 8-4-2. You went 5-7-2. I am 39-37-2. So I'm above 500 now. You are 45-31-2, which is still obviously insane.
Let's go.
Okay. So you are 6 games ahead of me. All right. 49ers at the Seahawks, laying 3.5 points. Who do you got?
49ers. I think it's just time for them to flip on the freaking switch and get it going. It's
you can keep talking. I'll be right back.
Yeah, just time for the Niners to flip on the switch. Even though the Seahawks are coming off a loss, and I always say the hungry dog runs faster. So normally I'd kind of lean them to be on the Seahawks, but both these teams are hungry for a win. So I got the Niners. I think they're a much better team than the Seahawks, way more physical. Having the Seahawks at home is big to have delay 3.5 points with the 12th man, but I'm going to take the points, or I'm going to have the points be covered. They're going to win by a touchdown. Unless the Seahawks backdoor cover. That's always a possibility, but give me the Niners -3.5.
I am absolutely parched. I had to grab myself a Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. All right. Who do you got?
Give me the home. You know I love me some home dogs, dude.
Yeah.
Coming off
pick.
a disastrous home loss that should never, ever, ever happen.
Yeah.
Versus the Giants. Give me them to bounce back. And until the 49ers show me that they're completely back, I
get it.
Can't trust them, you know what I mean?
I get it.
I like your Niners pick, but actually I do like the Seahawks one. I think they could, like you said, they could backdoor cover. I don't know if they'll win, but backdoor cover. Okay, going across the pond yet. In a bit yet. The Jaguars.
Tea in the morning.
Knew that one was coming. Could put $100 on that.
In the morning, get your tea bag and take a little sip of tea at 9 in the 8:30 actually in the morning.
You done?
Tastes like a Vikings victory, baby.
Did someone say 5-0, or was that? Am I just hearing things?
You're hearing shit again. Yeah.
Okay. God damn it. Jaguars versus the Bears in London. Bears -2.5. Dude, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, shame on me. I always keep betting on the Jaguars. It's so dumb, but
they pushed for you last week.
They pushed. And I'll take that as a win. I'm going to keep riding it, baby. But depending on who you're taking, can I buy a half a point to 3?
I'm taking the Bears, and no, you can't.
Can I give you $10 to buy a half?
You don't want to buy a point for $10. You can have, if I can take a point down to 2, you can take a point to 3.
Deal?
Okay.
Deal. I like that. Yeah, give me the Jaguars to cover a field goal. And you can take
it's a much better deal for you, obviously. But we'll take
right.
I'll take
that's why I'm taking it, man. And that's also why I offered you $10, because that half a point is
$10 is crazy. We're just doing this for fun. You're good.
It's not for fun, dude. Packers hosting the Cardinals, laying 5 points, dude. What do you got here? Give me over 47.5.
I love this game. This might be my favorite game of the week, to be honest. I will be sitting my ass on the couch watching this one. Hopefully it's on in Fargo.
Do you guys swear,
want the Cardinals to win.
Do you guys swear?
What?
We're on YouTube. Do you really have to swear?
What did I say?
I'm just kidding. You said ass.
Your ass would love. Yeah, my hair's down, dude. It's late. I would love to see the Cardinals pull off this win, and I do love watching this offense play. Marvin Harrison. So
you finally said right. I thought you were saying Mercedes or McLaren or McLaren, Mercedes. Anyways,
Volkswagen Marv. No, I'm taking the Packers to cover, and I hate it. Absolutely hate it, but I'm going to take the Packers to cover.
It's such a weird spread. I think it should be 3 points. Don't you?
I think the Packers are a better team. Cardinals have shown you some junk football this year against the Commanders. Who else did they lose to? Can't remember, but
well, they lost to the Lions, the Commanders, the Bills, week 1. It's a weird spread. No, that's why I should take Vegas, or that's why I should take the Packers, because I should take what Vegas is giving me. They're telling you to take the 5 points, lay them, because it shouldn't be that big. For that reason, and also another reason, why do the Cardinals cover big spreads on the road? At the Bills week 1, at the Niners last week, they cover big spreads at home. Give me them to cover 5.
Yeah, I like that pick. I hope the Cardinals win.
Yeah, well, obviously. No pack, no.
Right.
Colts at the Titans. Despite who plays here, take the better team, dude. I don't care if Mason Rudolph plays. I don't care if Will Levis plays. I don't care if Anthony Richardson plays. I don't care if Joe Flacco plays. I don't care who plays quarterback in this game. Give me the better team. Give me the Colts. To get 2.5 points on the road, I think they should be favored 2.5 points.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm going to take the Colts, but there's something going on. Somebody's injured. Something is weird going on with that spread, because that makes zero sense. Unless Mason Rudolph is just an absolute freak of nature that we had no idea about. Michael
doubtful.
Pittman. That's was a huge loss for them. Forgot about that. That's fine. Colts.
JT questionable. I wonder what he's. Taylor won't practice Wednesday. Okay, that's all they're giving us.
Just
Cool.
all of their. So okay,
Good
go
talk.
back to that list. Go back to the GameCast button there. If these people don't play, listen to this list. Michael Pittman, Josh Downs, those are their two best running backs. Anthony Richardson, their number one quarterback, and their running back are all on the questionable list. If you're going to bet on this game, if those people are out, if all those people are out, do not bet on this game. This is wash. But we're making these picks based on Anthony Richardson, Jonathan Taylor, Josh Downs playing.
Dude, are you kidding me? What if Jamal Adams doesn't play? That's it. I'm just kidding.
Right.
Kidding, obviously. All right. Yeah, so we're both on the Colts here. Okay, Texans laying 7 on the road against a quarterback number 1 and rookie, Drake May. So I saw something today about them starting Drake May. And while I look to find it, I want you to give me the pick, but I gotta find this because it was quite fascinating.
D'Amico Ryan's head coach for the Texans still calls their defense. I think he's going to have a lot of stuff up his sleeve for a rookie quarterback making his first professional start in the NFL. I don't know how the Patriots are going to cover 7 points. I don't see a world that they do unless Drake May absolutely lights it up and the Texans can't get any pressure. So I'm going to take the Texans. I can definitely see how the Patriots are going to cover because this spread makes 0 sense. So Vegas knows something we don't. It's going to be like a low-scoring game, windy, rainy, bullcrap. They're going to cover. But in a normal world, Texans cover 14 points. Give me the Texans to cover 7.
I like it. So I'm actually going to find this here and present it on the screen. Really, dude? Whatever. That's stupid. Okay. The Patriots offensive line is allowing the highest pressure rate. Wait, I'm sorry. Who did you take?
Texans.
Okay. The Patriots offensive line is allowing the highest pressure rate in the NFL this season at 48.3% per Next Gen Stats. Meanwhile, their Week 6 opponent in the Texans are generating a league best pressure of 42%. Defensive end Danielle Hunter, former Vikings skull, leads the league with 29 pressures. Please pray for the Patriots this weekend. And Drake May.
Then why is the line only 7 points?
I guess because they're on the road. I don't know.
Yeah, take the Texans and just run and just.
Hey, I'm taking the Texans literally just because of that one stat. I think Drake May. I would love. I mean, if you look at the Patriots' schedule, they play. I mean, dude, wait another week and have them play versus the Jaguars.
That's what I'm saying. Why throw them into that buzzsaw? That's crazy.
If you're gonna play them versus the Jags. Don't play them versus the Texans. That's just stupid.
Craziness.
Okay. Anyways, Bucks at the Saints. Bucks giving 3.5. Not enough points here. They have more rest because the Saints are coming off Monday night. Bucks played on Thursday night. Despite being on the road, they're coming off a loss. I would love if this spread was at 3 points. I would bet it pretty hard if it got down to 3, but I don't think it will. I think it'll only go up to 4.5. Give me the Bucks minus 3.5 to wipe the floor.
Man, that's exactly what I'm thinking too. These are back-to-back picks with rookie quarterbacks making their first NFL starts. I don't know. Something is inside of me thinking the Saints are going to cover somehow. Spencer Rattler just put on a show, but no, I'm going to take the Bucks minus 3.5.
Spencer Rattler just put on a show?
Maybe.
Wait, is that what you said?
Yeah, isn't he playing for the Saints this week?
Yeah. You mean like he's going to put on a show?
Yeah, he's going to put on a show and somehow cover this and play well. But I'm going to take the Bucks instead. But just know that I was thinking I was going to take the Saints.
Goddamn mind. Jesus.
But just remember that I was going to take the Saints, but I'm going to take the Bucks.
I know. Okay, Browns getting 9.5 points at the Eagles. Two teams that I think preseason we thought were going to be really good, just have not been. Eagles had a much needed bye week, while the Browns really need a bye week. Give me. I shouldn't take big spreads in the NFL, but give me the Eagles just to kill the Browns.
Give me the Browns. Somehow, some way.
For your sake, just because I really don't think the Browns are going to cover, I'll let you take plus 10 instead of 9.5.
Thank you so much.
Such a good guy. All right. Commanders at the Ravens, probably the game of the week. Other than Lions, Cowboys maybe, but Commanders, Ravens, dude, that's a really good 12 o'clock game. I would love if that was like Monday Night Football or something.
Yeah.
Ravens minus 6.5. Vegas, why aren't you giving any credit to the Commanders these last 5 weeks? I guess 4 weeks. Commander, it should be a 3-point. Give me the Commanders. Give me the hot team. I'm not going to overthink this. Give me the hot team.
I was going to take the Commanders, but I'm going to take this game to be a little come back to life for the Commanders, come back to earth. Ravens win by 2 touchdowns. I'll take the Ravens.
Okay. Chargers laying 3 at the Broncos. Remember that one time you were guessing all these spreads, and I'm competing against you in a season-long competition. I gave you free points.
Yeah, that was crazy. Can't believe you did
Chargers
that.
minus 3 at the Broncos, coming off a bye week. I think, like you just said, with the Commanders coming back down to earth, maybe the Broncos coming off 2 straight wins. They need to come back down to earth. Give me the Chargers. Chargers.
I'm also going to roll with the Chargers.
I like it.
Not a lot of, other than Bo Nix sucking, not a lot of thought into that. But
it's a good spread right there. I like that spread. Steelers at the Raiders. Steelers giving 3 points going into the Raiders. Steelers start off 3-0. They've lost their last 2. Russell Wilson, I think, is going to be available to play this game. I don't know if they'll play him over Justin Fields or not. I'm going to keep fading the Raiders, and I shouldn't because they kind of keep kicking my ass. They'd be covering. But give me the Steelers to go 4 and to make it 4-2.
Yeah, I bet on the Raiders last week, and they burned me completely. I thought they were going to play well. They did not. They got murdered. I'm going to take the Steelers to win. I don't care who's playing quarterback. The Raiders are in shambles right now. Steelers.
No Devontae Adams again.
It'll probably be – if Steelers are going to win by 1, it's going to be a push. Or win by 3, and it's going to be a push.
Are the Raiders going to score more than 10 points this game? No Devontae Adams.
Pittsburgh wins.
Steelers defense.
Pittsburgh wins 17-14.
You think the Raiders score more than 10 points? I think there's
14.
absolutely no way.
Defensive touchdown, who knows?
Lions at the Cowboys. The Lions minus 3. You know I love me a home dog. Home dog.
In my opinion, Lions crush. Lions crush. This could be my lock of the week, actually. Lions win by 10.
In my opinion, the Cowboys get their first home win of the season.
Okay.
Give me them plus 3. You got them minus 3. Falcons at the Panthers. Falcons giving 6 points. Is this enough points, Pat?
I am going to take the Panthers to bounce back, make it at least interesting. I think the Falcons win the game. Panthers are going to make it interesting. They're going to somehow cover 6 points. I don't care if it's a backdoor cover. I don't care what it is, but I'm going to take the Panthers to cover. This spread should be more.
I'm on the Falcons. It should be more, which is why I'm on the Falcons.
Yeah.
Bengals minus 3 at the Giants. Like 3.5. Sorry. What are we doing here, dude? There's too many good home dogs this week. The Seahawks.
There is.
Let's see here. The Seahawks, the Cowboys, the Giants. I like them. Give me them to cover 3.5.
Oh, gosh. I'm so not on the Bengals that it makes me want to take the Giants. Vegas is just playing on Bengals being good in the past, and their defense is not good.
Their defense is so bad. I wonder if their defense is worse than like the Panthers statistically.
Yeah. I'll take the Giants. They got to score points though. they got to score with the Bengals. So hopefully they can. If the Giants put up 24, they will cover. If they don't, they will lose.
Bills must 2.5 at the Jets Monday Night Football.
Like I said, I think I like the Jets here. Jets bounce back. Jets cover.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me again. Give me the Bills. I took them at the Texans to win that game or to cover. They couldn't do either. But I think they bounce back here. They take down the Jets, who are kind of in shambles right now, going through a new head coach. All right, those are our picks. Let's get into quarterback interception survival league.
So last week I picked Huntley, who played for the Dolphins. He threw one pick. He had a good game. Dolphins won. But I am on the board, baby, with one interception for the year. Who did you pick?
You are on the board. I took Justin Fields. He didn't throw any.
So that's not good. So it's 1-0, good guy. I'm up, baby.
Pat, I think there's only two obvious quarterbacks here this week to take. How about the two rookies versus really good defenses?
Yeah, we can both take the same person if you are going crazy.
I love Drake May. Love Drake May.
I know. I was going to take that too. You can have Drake May this week. You can have Drake May this week. I just don't think the Saints are going to air the ball out with Spencer Rattler. So I will take. How many picks does Joe Burrow have this season yet? Do we know?
No, but I did see an interesting, fascinating statistic that I think out of.
Oh my God, I know who I'm going to take.
All right, let's hear it.
Guess who has 0 interceptions this year?
Daniel Jones.
0.
No, he's a pick 6. Josh Allen?
Josh Allen has 0 interceptions this year. Josh Allen Monday night is throwing 4 picks against the Jets. It's going to be insane. I got Josh Allen for my picks.
That's actually a good one because he is a turnover machine. He's just been a little lucky.
Yeah.
Do you want to play Weddle or should we call this podcast?
People want to see Weddle, dude. Let's do Weddle real quick.
All right. Let's do 2. We'll do one easy, one hard Weddle.
All right.
People want the Weddle.
People want Weddle.
Can you blame them, dude? Eric Weddle was a fucking beast.
He was.
Back in the day.
All right.
And yes, I'm old enough to remember him. Jesus, Pat.
This is going to be a clip, so no more saying the JC word. Weddle, number 2. See how many picks how many guesses it takes us to pick the random player.
I think I took or I guess the first one for normal mode last week. You guess.
So my old pick that I used to pick first every time I did this was Aaron Jones. So we're going to do Aaron Jones for the number 1 pick. He's the 4th one down. There you go. Okay. And it's an NFC North 29-year-old player.
Who knows what? Okay, but it's not the Vikings. He's 29. That doesn't. I would love to know like a position or.
He's 6 feet or taller.
He's not a running back.
Yeah, not a running back. He's 29.
So we can alternate. Like I'll guess this next.
Let me guess the next one. You got the next one after this. See if I can get it in this guess.
Okay, that'd be crazy.
So 29-year-old. Wait, get that off the screen. 29-year-old. Where's a low number?
Tell me what to do.
Where's a low number? 29. There's. Oh gosh, low number.
Dude, I think I can guess.
Just give me one more second. What team do you got?
Lions. Jared
Goff.
Yeah.
Okay, let's send it.
That's
it's got to be.
We're like
easy
that.
Money, baby. Easy money.
We are like that. Okay, I'm gonna say.
Give me some Christian Darrisaw.
Dude, I'm doing this.
Okay, you go.
Gosh. It can be any player in the league. Let's go like Jeffrey Simmons. That gave us a lot.
He's a defensive player in the NFC.
He's old.
Older than 20. So he's like 29 or 27. Defensive player in the NFC.
He's
it does
small.
not mean he's on the
so he's
DL.
He's like a cornerback.
Give me just you can guess whatever. You can guess Blake Cashman. Okay, so he's 28, NFC North. So he's an NFC. We don't know yet. He's short, meaning he's 5'10" or less.
Low number,
5'10" or less. So he's probably a cornerback.
6 foot or less.
No, because it goes 2 inches.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah. So think of an NFC cornerback who's relatively short.
28 years old.
If we get this, we're insane.
What about like a Mike Hughes, our old guy? Okay.
He's a DB. He's 5'10". Where's a really
so close on age.
So let's guess NFC East.
Cornerback in the NFC East.
Let's go Eagles. Who's their stud? Darius Slay?
Yeah, Slay. That could be a... Okay, so he's NFC South or West.
NFC West.
Okay, he's a D-back.
Who's the sick DB on the Niners? Can you think of any DBs on the Niners?
Yeah, it's Charvarius Ward.
Do that one. Just see what team he's on. Wow. Okay.
Okay, NFC West. So next we gotta guess a Rams or a Cardinals or a Seahawks player.
Ooh, who's that Cardinals guy? Oh man, he's such a stud.
Oh, Buda Baker.
Buda Baker.
Oh, but he's a safety.
The DB. It's just saying DB.
Okay. Go Buda Baker. No. Oh yeah, he's number 3. That's lower than 7.
Buda Baker, baby. Buda Baker.
Oh, let's go! Dude, we're like that.
That's actually insane. What an insane pull for the boys there.
That was nuts. Because I was like, oh, he's number 3. Yeah.
Good call, Maxie.
Buda Baker. Hey, that was
sports.
That was great teamwork.
I just didn't know. I couldn't remember his name. So thank you for remembering his name.
I love it, dude. Okay. Episode number 5 of the Victory of Throw Your Money Away Thursday with Max and Pat. Hey, it was fun. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, because if you've listened for 53 minutes, just might as well throw a sub in there. Maybe even just like donate us $500. I don't know.
In the Venmo. Pat-Murphy-320.
And mine's Max-Murphy-320.
Maybe it's Patrick-Murphy-320.
You could hit us up if you wanted. All right.
Quick Millie.
Episode 5. We're out. It was fun.